Ever find yourself thinking about the little things in your day, like your morning coffee, or maybe something weird your pet does?
Oh, definitely.
And you wonder, like, is there a way to capture that? Give it some, I don't know, special meaning?
Well, that's pretty much exactly what we're diving into today. It's this idea of finding the extraordinary in the ordinary.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
And you'll find this really fascinating, I think. There's this artist in Berlin, Sweetie, and her Etsy store. It's called Attitude.
Attitude, like attitude?
Exactly. Attitude. And it's not your average shop. She does these digital SVG files, mostly tarot cards, but with a twist.
Tarot SVGs. Okay, that is different.
Right, and people love it. Over 10,000 sales, perfect 5-star rating from like 1,100 reviews.
Wow, okay. That's serious traction.
It really is, and lots of buyers mention they make great gifts, which tells you there's something really personal going on there.
So our mission today, for everyone listening, is basically to unpack the beauty and cleverness behind Attitude, right? Using her Etsy page, her own words.
Exactly. Understand her approach.
Okay, let's get into it. She talks about having a thing for unconventional design. What does that actually mean in her work?
Well, it seems to come from this blend of simplicity, but also what she calls an absolutely limitless range of ideas.
Limitless ideas. Okay.
Yeah. So she's not boxed in. She can dedicate a design to, say, plumbers or hummingbirds. It's this really wide scope.
That freedom, huh? It suggests she sees potential everywhere.
Pretty much no rigid rules about what's worthy of being art, you know?
I like that. Now, she apparently made a big change in 2020. Moved from selling actual shirts to digital files, SVGs and stuff.
Big shift.
Why did she do that? And what's the benefit for, someone buying them?
Well, a couple of things. First, the practical stuff, logistical problems during turbulent times. We all remember 2020.
Oh, yeah. Shipping was chaos.
Exactly. But also, and this is maybe more core to her philosophy, she wanted to give customers the maximum possible creative power.
Creative power? How so?
By selling digital files, especially SVGs, which are scalable, you can resize them perfectly. She's basically handing you the design.
Oh, so I'm not just buying her shirt.
Right. You buy the file, you can put it on a mug, a bag, a poster, whatever you want. You design the final product. It gives you way more freedom.
That's a really interesting model. Empowering the customer, essentially.
Totally. And that brings us to the tarot cards themselves. Her take is really different.
How so? She calls it a canvas for imagination, memory, and humor. Not just, fortune telling.
Exactly. And that's kind of the core beauty here, I think. She's using the tarot structure, which people recognize, but filling it with modern life with personal meaning. Her goal, she says, is to honor your weirdness, your obsessions, your sacred routines.
Wow. Okay. Honor your weirdness. I like that. It makes it feel very accessible, doesn't it? Even if you're not into traditional tarot.
Absolutely. It's about your life, your symbols.
And she has examples, right? Like the coffee card.
Yes. The coffee, the overthinker, the cat. These things we can all relate to.
The overthinker. I think I need that one.
Right. She calls it turning these everyday moments into visual poetry.
Visual poetry. It's about seeing the significance in the mundane, isn't it?
That's exactly it. Who doesn't have a coffee ritual or wrestle with their thoughts or love a pet? She's tapping into those shared things.
Yeah, and giving them a kind of symbolic weight.
Elevating them. It reminds you that your daily grind, your little quirks, they can actually be meaningful. Artful, even.
Okay, but then it gets even more specific, which I think is fascinating. The custom tarot cards.
Yes. This is where it gets really unique.
You can commission a card for, like, a memory or your actual pet.
Totally. That's where her vision really lets you, the customer, create something deeply personal. She gave the example of the wine purse.
The wine purse. Okay, tell me more.
It wasn't just a random funny picture. It was tied to a specific shared memory for that customer. A real moment.
So turning that memory into a symbol.
Exactly. A tarot card symbol they could then, print out, put on something. It preserves the feeling.
That's lovely. It shows that anything personal can become a symbol.
Right.
An inside joke of feeling.
Absolutely. Anything that means something to you.
And the possibilities she lists. The snail for healing. The rage for a toddler.
Oh, yeah. The rage for a toddler, so relatable.
And even the tax return.
Yes. Things you wouldn't normally think of as tarot archetypes.
But they are archetypes of modern life, in a way. And the key is, you own the file, you can print it, that creative control again.
Exactly. It ties back to that shift to digital. It's about making your meaning visible, your personal symbols.
So stepping back, what Attitude really offers isn't just SVGs. It's a way to capture feelings.
Yeah, a creative way to do that, a visual language for your inner world.
She calls it private rebellion, or quiet reflection, and a funny, smart gift.
Right, it implies a certain kind of understanding. It's not for everyone, maybe, but for people who get it.
Who is it for, then? Who's the ideal customer?
She describes them as non-basic, someone who likes handmade, human stuff, maybe a bit subversive.
Someone who already sees symbols in everyday life.
Probably, yeah. Or wants to. Someone who likes the idea of printing their own strange and beautiful life on a mug, you know?
I get that. It's a celebration of individuality.
Definitely.
Okay, so if someone's listening and thinking, all right, I want to see these, what's actually in the shop? What tarot stuff is there?
There's a good selection. Tarot Original Deck SVG, which sounds like her main interpretation.
Like a full deck.
Well, there is a full 78-card deck SVG available too, but also Tarot SVG bundles, probably themed collections.
Okay.
And individual cards too, so you can pick and choose, mix and match her style.
But it's not only tarot, is it? That limitless range of ideas thing?
Oh, absolutely not. The shop has tons of other categories, shows you how broad her creativity is.
Like what?
Food and drink, book lover, coffee and tea.
Makes sense.
Sacred geometry, astrology, animals, music, family, even teacher SVGs.
Wow, okay. So she really does find symbols everywhere.
Seems like it. There's even a book tarot cards SVG bundle, blending themes, and that Chihuahua SVG, the chick hero card.
The chi. That's brilliant.
Apparently a customer was thrilled with that one, inspired by their own pet.
Which brings us back to the customer connection. Those reviews, 5 stars across the board.
Yeah, over 1,100 reviews. It's really impressive.
And that anecdote about the pet owner rating it 205?
Yeah, that says it all, doesn't it? It's more than just buying a file. It feels like a collaboration, a recognition of something personal.
Like the feeling of being seen. That's powerful.
It really is. It turns a digital product into something, well, meaningful.
Okay, last thing, the practical stuff. What can people actually do with these files? Tech specs, usage rights.
Right. So you get various formats, SVG, PNG, EPS, DXF. She might add PSD later.
And they work with?
Cutting machines, mostly. Cricut, Silhouette, so you can make shirts, decals, stencils, whatever.
And printing?
PNGs are good for printing. Stickers, cards, art prints, easy.
And can you sell stuff you make?
Yes, you can sell the physical products you create with the designs. That's a big plus for crafters or small businesses.
But you can't just share the file itself.
Nope. The digital file is for your use, not for forwarding or reselling as a file. Standard practice, really.
Got it. So wrapping up then, Attitude is really, it's more than just an art store.
Much more. It's like a toolkit for celebrating your own life, your quirks, your moments, using these cool, flexible SVG tarot cards and other designs.
It's about personal symbolism, finding meaning in your everyday.
Yeah, and making it visual, making it creative, connecting with your own experience.
That line from the notes was great. Your tarot isn't in the stars. It's in your inbox, ready to download.
Right. Or, even better, it might be something totally new you think up yourself, inspired by your own life.
She's kind of blurring the lines between tarot, art, memory, humor.
Exactly. Giving you a unique, often funny way to look at what matters to you day to day.
It definitely makes you think, doesn't it? Like, what would my personal card be?
Good question.
What everyday thing in your life, maybe something mundane, actually holds some deeper meaning you could turn into a symbol? Maybe stick it on your laptop or something.
Yeah. That's definitely something to chew on.
Well, that's your food for thought after this deep dive. Thanks for exploring Attitude with us.
My pleasure. Fascinating stuff.